so good to see you, Matt.
Thank you.
It feels like a very, very long time. And this is the first single in 5 years, isn't it?
That's right.
Now, am I right in saying you did describe this song as coming from the deepest part of you, which sort of lends itself to being a very significant song? Why is that?
Definitely. I feel like when I was on the show and afterwards, I think I was too afraid to kind of show like who I am as a person, as a human being.
23 at that stage.
Exactly.
As well.
You know, I was such a young man. So that's kind of where the title "You Don't Know Nothing" came from. I felt like I didn't, you know, that's on me. I didn't show who I was as an artist or as a person. And I feel ready to do that today. I feel like it's like, you know, we've gone away, we've built ourselves up. I've been working non-stop on music and musicals and lots of things, writing for other artists. But it's my turn. I think it's time to write for myself again.
Yeah, and just feeling independent and in control, I suppose, at this point, and which is why you're releasing this music. You're taking charge of the direction that you're going in completely yourself.
Definitely. So I'm doing this independently, and it's an album that I've put together myself with the stories that I want to tell, and just be truthful and be honest. I think I've recently learned that not to sugarcoat everything, and that's okay. We have to tell our truths, and we have to speak honestly and freely about our experiences and how we feel. Well,
X Factor, I mean, a huge platform for so many artists now, and you winning it again, massive. But it's not always plain sailing, and that's exactly your experience. You had wonderful moments.
Absolutely.
But then suddenly it's like, oh, I also have to get back to reality off the back of this glitzy kind of time in my life. And that's the transition is the tough bit.
100%. I feel like, first of all, I'm so grateful for the show. Like, it did change my life. I'm grateful for Simon. I'm grateful for everything it gave me. All I wanted to do was sing, and I do that every day, which I'm thankful for. But then there are lows, like every decision in life, not just X Factor, anything we do, there's pros and cons, right? Mm-hmm. So I think the con for me was like, it changed the way that I saw myself and how I treated myself. And I've learnt today to just sort of go back to the drawing board, build myself up again, find who I am, what do I want to say, what's my message. I know I have a talent. I see that I can sing and I have a voice. And I want people to connect with what I want to say and share with the world, and I want to help people. So for me, like I said, it was just about starting from zero. Let's go back to the start and start all over again. And I'm so proud. I'm so happy. I feel like what I've achieved. I look back now and I think I've got hundreds of millions of streams. I have collaborations, platinum records, and I feel so thankful that, you know, to be here.
Well, we talk about collaborations, and you're bilingual, of course, so you're Spanish and English, which then, of course, then that arrived with you performing with, well, working with Enrique Iglesias.
That's right.
And opening all sorts of doors then, doesn't it? Because like that's incredible in itself, isn't it?
Absolutely. You know what? I feel like we moved to Spain when I was a kid just for that moment.
Absolutely. Just to be able to do it.
All those years of learning Spanish as a kid was all to be able to do a song with Enrique Iglesias.
Would you do something like that in the future? Would you like maybe write an album in Spanish?
Absolutely.
Would you perform in Spanish?
100%. I think we should give Mr. Enrique a call again. So round two?
Yes, absolutely. You must have him on speed dial somewhere. Absolutely, Matt. Why not? And the whole K-pop thing as well.
Absolutely.
Which has been a massive thing. So it's like you say, you've done so much work with other people.
Yes.
And then there was a little bit of a sidestep again away from recording. And you mentioned musical theatre, which you really loved.
Absolutely.
Rock of Ages, I think, probably maybe being the favourite.
That's my favourite, 100%. So I trained in musical theatre before the show. And that's kind of what, I guess, saved me in a way. It brought me back down to earth. I was back touring and just being with people, humans every day.
Just being with a cast.
100%, because as a solo artist, it's all you, right? And you're on your own, you have your team, but it's all about you. So to sort of be in a cast and share that experience and the applause at the end is so thankful. And like with the K-pop thing, you know, I've been writing music for artists all over the world. We went to #1 in Japan, and I wrote the title track of a band called 17 of their album called Rock With You. It's got hundreds of millions of streams, and that gave me the confidence to think, actually, no, I know maybe I was told in the past that I wasn't, you know, the best songwriter, but today I I really am. I think I've grown. I've done a lot, you know. I feel like an adult now.
Yeah,
a bit more in control.
But that's what it's like. We say you're 23, you know, and with the whole world ahead of you at that stage, and you're thrust into this incredible but mad world.
Yes.
So it makes sense that you feel that way. This single, You Don't Know Nothing, I'm assuming it's going to lead to an album of work.
Right. Of course,
Yes.
always, which is pretty much ready. So, like I said, I kind of started from the ground up, and I went into the studio with the producers and writers that I picked personally, the people that were actually people that I could hang out with, and people that I know and know me. Because I feel like that's the best music. We get the best music from people that you're comfortable around, people that you can be yourself around, and it's really important, I think, in the process, which is not really something that I understood or had with my first album. Don't get me wrong, I'm so proud of it. But with this one, I just feel all sorts is jumping around my body right now. But
and this will all be released on the 13th. The month doesn't matter, but the date does, doesn't it?
you know what? 13 is so lucky for me. I didn't realise, though. It's only a couple of years ago that I noticed that 13 is popping up. Like, my first home is 13. I won the 13th series of the X Factor. M is the 13th letter of the alphabet. I know it's deemed unlucky, but for me, it's lucky. I feel like it's a stereotype, isn't it? Like, we stereotype 13. We don't have it in aeroplanes. We don't have it in lifts, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like I identify with that a little bit.
It's good.
So, but for me,
a little
13 is lucky. We love it.
Matt, it's so good to see you
Thank
again.
you.
Like we say, the single, it is out now. You Don't Know Nothing, with more to come. Thanks so much.
Thank you
Matt.
so much.
See you soon.